If you want to sell anything, you probably already made the experience you have to have a good attitude. You know, people who smile get successful. Have you ever heard that? Well, this is what you're gonna learn here. And it's not just about smiling, but for you to understand really, I wanna tell you a little story first. Okay, imagine a group of frogs traveling through the forest. So jumping, 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 traveling with all their luggage. And at some point, all of a sudden, two of them fall into a deep hole, and they're down there. It's way deep, and you know the other frogs, go around the hole and they say, "There's no way you can ever jump out of this. It's just not possible." And you know the two frogs, they try hard, or they jump out, and at some point one of the two frogs, you know, with all the people up there cheering, just give up and die. One of the two frogs is actually, you know what? Turns around, jumps even deeper into the hole, into his death. And the other frog keeps trying. He's jumping, he's trying so hard. There's nowhere to go. You know, he keeps jumping, and the people upstairs, they're just like, the frogs are just like, there's no way a frog can jump out of such a deep hole. Just give up and die, they say. The frog jumps and jumps and jumps and gets already, you know, loses his energy and jumps one more time and holds on to it, jumps again, and actually reaches up. And as they come up, the people are not even that, you know, so happy. They are surprised, but they're like, "Didn't you hear us? Didn't you hear what we said?" And he explains them in his sign language, "I'm deaf. I'm deaf. I don't hear. I thought you were encouraging me. I saw your mouth is smooth." And the moral of this story is, so he jumped out and he actually survived, because he interpreted what he heard in a positive way, even though they were actually really against him and wanted his death. And the moral is, you want to choose first, who do you travel with? Is that the kind of people you want to hang out with? And second, when they say things, do you allow them to get it to you, or do you completely change the interpretation that you're free to do so? Now we are going to speak about attitude here, and attitude really has a lot of different levels, right? There's people who are always depressed, and then it's difficult for them to just change in this moment and actually be not depressed when they're selling something. It's very, very difficult to get out of that. So it's almost like having to sell is an impetus for you not to get depressed and actually to have a good, healthy psychical health, you know, to make sure when there's problems you actually deal with them, because you cannot bring all of this baggage into the sales conversation. And so we are going to speak about 3 different levels: life level, day-to-day level, and the call level. Before we do that, there's one overarching topic here. And this overarching topic is confidence, because it affects all 3 levels. And if you can improve your confidence, it automatically, you know, has a positive impact on the other ones. And the other ones is almost like ever spinning, you know, wheels, that one affects the other one. And if you influence with confidence, you can influence all 3 of them. So you have basically spillover effects, which are even more positive for you. Now, how do you increase your confidence? There's many things out there. I mean, if you're somebody with low confidence level right now, increase it. Read a book about it. You know, talk to people that you know that are confident, and learn from them. There's also other things, like you gotta understand yourself. You gotta know what personality type you are. If you realize that you're just really introvert, and that's a personality type, and then there's those extroverts, and you admire and you would like to be like them, but you just cannot get it, well, the first step is to realize, okay, I'm a different personality type. I have these strengths and those weaknesses, but I can learn from these, right? But then it's not anymore about you as a human being being bad, right? You don't want to feel like you are bad and that's just how you are. That's the most toxic you can have. You just want to understand, these are my strengths, these are my weaknesses. Number 2, super important, and it's something that usually, you know, when we speak about confidence, people don't mention it enough, which is, say what you're gonna do and then go out and do it. If you do that on a consistent basis, I mean, every day, you know, you say, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, to yourself and to others, speak out loud so that, you know, it's out there. and then actually go out and do everything you have to do that. This is so powerful. If you try that, I mean, if you try that consistently over a couple of weeks or a month, your confidence level is gonna go through the roof, because you know confidence is nothing else than, you know, the trust in what you say, the trust in who you are, the trust in what you do. So if you know that when you say something, subconsciously of course, you're actually gonna do it, well, guess what? Sky is the limit, and it's really, really powerful. Okay, technique number 3. Another thing that most people don't talk about, you know, self-confidence is usually almost treated in a little bit of a, I don't know, spiritual level, etc. But what you really want to do here is you want to work a plan. So you set out a plan. You gotta have a weekly plan at least. Gotta have a monthly plan, a yearly plan. Yes, self-confidence is going to increase. It's also going to make it much, you know, has a huge amount of spillover effects, because of course you're going to be more effective in work. You're going to improve everything you're doing, but your confidence also goes up. And finally, what you want to do is you want to know your stuff. And with your stuff, I mean this course, I mean the topics that you need every day, you know, the learning that you do, you need to know it well. Because guess what? If you go into any social encounter and you know exactly what to expect, what to say, how to say it, you're gonna be more confident, of course. But you need to know it, and you need to know it well. So the homework you need to do, and no matter right now where your confidence is, you know, try this out so that in any case you will get more confidence, and that will give you more results. And guess what? It has so many positive effects for your business, for your life, your marriage, for getting out and getting the girl or the guy that you want. It's all about confidence. So do those 4 steps. Go out, try them, you know, step by step, just as in, you know, you go today and you try one thing, and you just make sure you have it somewhere on a list, that you don't forget about it, right? It's not so many things, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. And most of all, when you say you do something, make sure that it is your value that you're actually gonna do it.